If you ever looked at your business and you think we have grown, but something feels off, like we've lost our mission, or if you feel that you have a calling for a bigger mission for your company, but you're not really sure what's exactly this mission that is calling you, you're not alone and you're in the right place. In this episode, that is part of a series based on my book, Billion Dollar Purpose, the book you can find it on the description, you will find 5 concrete steps to help you realign your mission with where your company is today and where your heart is today. And you will be ready to go to the next level of scaling. Because one of the biggest hidden reason companies struggle to scale is that their mission hasn't grown as fast as they have, right? So, in order to understand that, let me share with you my own story and how my mission evolved, and how at some point I find that I've outgrown my own mission and that I needed, in order to scale my business, to make this mission bigger. So 7 years ago, I was still working as a consultant at a prestigious strategy firm. And on the surface, it looked like I was succeeding, but inside I felt disconnected, I felt exhausted, and I felt burnout. And this is where I find mindfulness, and mindfulness completely changed my life. And I started teaching it. And it became my first mission that was a side hustle at the beginning, but that I made it full time, is helping people become more resilient through mindfulness, right? So help them reduce their stress, help them be more present, help them be more focused, help them be more mindful of their own energy and of their own environment, and be able to perform without burning out. This was my first mission. But as I worked with more people, I realized that the root problem wasn't just personal stress. It was companies and the way they have been built, and the way we're having work, and the way we're working has been all together. And this is where I knew that I had to integrate my 2 words, the strategy word that I came from and the mindfulness word that I developed for me. So I didn't abandon my first mission, I evolved it. And then moving from, okay, I have a business that is based on mindfulness, and now I want to merge mindfulness with what I used to do, which is strategy, is who I can help and what I can help them with. So today, I kept this mindfulness, which is a product, right? But then it's under a bigger umbrella, which is really more focused, even in terms of my target audience, is where I help conscious leaders scale impactful businesses without burning out and with high alignment. And in doing that, it's not only one-on-one coaching, it's not only helping them with stress, with resilience, it's also helping them with the strategy, having a cascading leadership through their businesses, and building the right team and system around them in order to deliver and in order to have an impact at scale. And this is what I call billion-dollar purpose, that they keep their purpose and then they scale further. Because those companies are companies that are great working for, are companies that are great leading, and they are companies that are bringing value to the world. So everyone is winning. And this is how I evolve my mission. I mean, not this is how, this is what I evolved. I will tell you the how later. So the different steps. But before that, it's not only something that I experienced, and I want to share with you 2 great examples that you probably have already learned about or heard from. So I want to share with you now 2 examples of companies that are well known for the way they have built a team and the way they have built a product that people love, and they were able to scale more than $1 billion. The first case study is Patagonia. So if we take Patagonia, how they started. So they started as a climbing gear company, and over time they evolved. And how they evolved their shipping practices, they evolved the materials they were using, they evolved the cause they stood for, and how they spoke to customers and how they spoke to talent. And today their mission is we're in business to save our home planet. And today their mission is we're in business to save our home planet. And they live it. It's not just something that they say, they live it. And how they live it is from the message that you have probably already seen, which is don't buy this jacket, right? You've probably already seen this ad, don't buy this jacket. And it's an ad. So it's for them also to have the brand being known and to have people purchase their product. But the way you do it is like, don't buy this jacket, right? So don't buy this jacket if you already have a lot of ones. And they are also able to donate $100 million plus to environmental causes. It's not only about branding, it's a strategy. And it's a strategy that needed clarity that didn't happen. It's a strategy. And it's a strategy that didn't happen overnight, right? They need clarity. They need to grow, to reflect on where they were. And they also need to expand their mission and to evolve in a way that becomes more them. Evolve is not just adding more products. And what can happen sometimes to some founders is like they add more products that has nothing to do with the other products. So the customers doesn't understand the link, right? Or what they can do is like, oh my God, I've outgrown this mission. Now let me move to something else. And they start a second or a third company from the beginning. So they don't use or leverage the momentum that they have built so far. And this is why scaling without burnout, when you use this methodology of scaling your mission in order to scale your business, then you use the momentum that you already have on your business to, of course, add more product, but that are in the same umbrella. This is what I mean by scaling your mission to scale your business. And I will give you a second example. So why resisting this shift of scaling your mission may hold you back? One of the most dangerous traps for scaling is sticking to the outdated mission. And when you stick to the outdated mission, what can happen is like top talent start leaving because they want to grow with the living mission, and then they get bored. Your innovation stalls because you're solving yesterday's problem and you have competitors that are more advanced than you. You have repeat sales plateau because you don't have more to offer to your customer. So you have customer coming in, they buy your product, and then you have nothing else to offer. And that's happened to me when I was selling mindfulness courses. I was selling mindfulness courses for stress reduction. People came to me, it was working, they loved it, but then I had nothing to offer as a upsell, right? So I kept even seeking other clients or word of mouth, but it was always the same product. So I couldn't scale a lot. And there's so many things that I can do now while I scale my mission that I was not able to do because I had only one product. And what can happen also if you have investors, they start hesitating. They see rigidity. They don't see someone who is visionary. They see someone who is rigid, who is really stick to one thing. So when you don't evolve, this is what happens. But then when you do evolve, what can happen? It's like your team re-engages because they feel inspired again. Your voice sharpens because you're speaking from alignment. Everything that you're doing, you're speaking from alignment. So your voice holds that energy. Your offer expands because your clients want more from you and you're able to deliver that. And your growth becomes easier because your business starts flowing with you and not against you. Okay, so your mission evolution opens the door to your sustainable growth. Now I'm sharing with you the framework, so how we do that. And we have 5 steps so that you can evolve your mission. The first one is engaging in mission discovery. What excites you now? What feels outdated? What are your clients really asking for today? And in the next video, I will explain you how to go and see your clients and then get what I call the voice of stakeholders, get what they think, get what they want, and then build a product. Not that product that they ask for, but a product based on needs or what they need or what they want, right? So if you see something that you can build more for your client, they should go for it. But then to go for it, to understand it, you need to be close to your client. Would that be you? Would that be your customer team? Would that be your sales team? Any case, it's really important to stay close to your client needs and, desires. The second point is to involve your leadership team and ask them, what do you believe our mission is right now? To see like where they are. Are you all on the same page? And this builds in and shifts the mission from your vision to our vision. Our vision, meaning the vision of you and your team. And this is really important because if you evolve your mission and it's only in your head, then your people will not operate on it. Sounds obvious, right? But sometimes you may think that everyone is aligned when they are not. So you may see a disconnection between operations in the ground and what you think that your mission is and don't understand it. And not having an aligned vision in the head of everyone may be the cause. So ask your talents, what do you think their mission is? And then ask them to build with you this next mission. And based on that, you define your present mission. So you write a mission that guides decision. You make the implicit explicit. It's not something that is a pitch deck. It's just what you have inside, make it explicit so everyone can see it and resonate with it. And make it resonate internally first, then radiate outward. So when you write something, you're like, I don't think this is it. Then it means it needs to go back to the first question and then like engage again in your mission discovery. And this is a process that's not easy. And this is something that I do with my clients one-to-one because I mean, it requires a bit of introspection. It requires going in some places that probably your mind is not used to go and your heart is not used to be activated to go there. So it's a work that requires focus, but it's a work that also requires opening up. And this is a work that I do also with my client, but you can also do it by yourself to start this process and see where it goes. So the fourth step is to communicate it clearly. So when you have your new mission, you communicate it clearly. It's not only on walls, it's when you're in meetings, right, with your team. And you have a specific problem to solve or a specific product or a specific client's thing. And then when you give your answer, you link it back to your mission. You say, we're going to do this because our mission is da-da-da, right? And then because each time you link what you're doing on your ground with your mission, you link, then people will get it. It's not only having your mission here and your operation here, but then it's how you link those together. And this is a skill and it's a learnable skill, don't worry. You link it in stories and then you create stories that comes from you that embody this mission and explains what it is. And you communicate it in offsites. When you do offsites with your team, this is really the right moment for you to think about your future by embodying it, by sharing why it matters, and by showing how it guides your choices. And the fifth and last step is to commit to ongoing evaluation because your mission, even if you define it now, it's not static. It requires to be revisited as you grow. And each time you ask yourself, is it still true? Or something else has emerged? And this requires self-awareness and awareness about your business. And I want to use a metaphor that I love, which is the surfing wave. And I always say to my clients, stop trying to control the wave and start surfing it. So when your mission evolves, it's not a threat for you. It's a momentum. And sometimes people like shrink back, like, oh my God, why I'm not happy? This is what I wanted. This is what I built. Why not? And when you start judging yourself, you just shrink back. The important is like here to open up and not try to force yourself into an old mission because forcing yourself in an old mission is like paddling against the tide, right? Like, so you have the wave that's coming and then he's pushing you, say, you need to go somewhere else. They're like, you need to do something which is bigger. And no, I want to stay in my old mission. So even like not growing could also become, stressful and having pressure. So when you go with the wave, like you listen to what's coming on and then you say, okay, how we can adapt, how we can move, how we can grow. This is when your business catches the wave. And that's when scale feels like flow and not force. You're not forcing and saying, oh, what can we do better because we're not good enough or whatever. No, you're saying because I feel something that is bigger than us that we can do. And this is really different in the ways of scaling. So if you're feeling disconnected from your current mission or feel like your company no longer reflects your deeper why, trust that feeling. This is my big takeaway. Trust that feeling. It's not the end, it's the beginning of your next evolution. You will find the book in the description, and I will also add the mission alignment worksheet if you want it. So you will find a link. And this tool will walk you through the same questions that we just discussed and that I use with leadership teams to align around the shared profile purpose. And once you've done that, don't stop at your own voice. In the next episode of this series, I'll show you how to collect the voice of your stakeholders, meaning your investors, your customers, your team, the society, right? Your suppliers, in order to scale with clarity and confidence without assumptions. So you can hit subscribe if you want to find those videos later. And I see you in the next video.